Disclaimer. Hey everyone, just a quick heads up before we get started. I want to let you know I'm completely transparent. This channel shares my personal trading journey and insights, including discussions of significant gains. Please remember, past performance is not a guarantee of future success, and all trading involves substantial risk. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Please always do your own research and consult with a professional financial advisor before making any trading decisions. I am not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided in this video. Use this information at your own risk. This is the $8 challenge. Thanks so much for coming by. Today is going to be a quick recap for week 2, and I am very happy to say the account was up 403% from the start. Week 2, I made 19 trades, 13 green, 4 red, 2 break even, and that was 68% accuracy, or 76% if you take out those break even trades. So very happy about the accuracy. That's right on point where I want it to be. And all in all, I'm just going to keep on doing exactly this, taking those gains, looking for those right setups, not forcing trades too much. And if I make a mistake, just go ahead and cut those losses quick. Sometimes it'll look like it's a good time to trade, and the important thing is really deciding when it isn't, and when that trend goes against what you want, and really just pulling that trigger and cutting losses quick, because we all know it is very easy to ride one of those trades from green to red, or just kind of hoping that trend turns around and gives you that play you want. So just being patient and doing exactly what I did this week is what I'm going to do next week. Hopefully we get some better price action and some good volume, but we'll see what happens. And you can see Friday I wasn't even going to trade. I had a few minutes in front of the screen, and honestly I could not help myself, so I caught the back end of a move right there. So quick 7% from 14 to 15, and so Friday was up 2%, and I did not have time to film because I was camping. And tonight is actually Sunday. It's 10:20, and I just got back from camping a couple hours ago. I've been unpacking for the last 2 hours, and I still haven't even showered. So if I look like a freaking mess right now, that is why. I apologize. I'm basically a wild man right now. So let's dive right in here. Please leave a like down below. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps me out. If you're new here, please subscribe if you enjoy it. And here we go, diving right in. Let's take a quick look here at the 15-minute chart, and you can see last week was a bit of a consolidation week. We hit the 52-week high of 456.43, and then after that we kind of bounced back down, and we're retracing these levels. And really a lot of that is from July 18th. We had this huge move up, so we're kind of bouncing around all within that price range right there. And it will be very interesting to see what happens on Monday, tomorrow, if we retest this 451.20 support level. You can see kind of a few levels of support right there. Bounced off at Thursday. This was also a good resistance point before it broke over, so that really tells me that could prove as a strong kind of a pivotal point right there. So if we do break that, I would expect the downtrend to continue. And then we can see, looking at the hour chart, kind of those levels to watch for. Strong support at 450, and then it kind of drops down to 448, and then there's even a small gap to fill back here from 447 or so to 446.50. So a really small gap, but it's still a gap. Definitely something to watch for, whether it's in pre-market or whatever the time might be. It can definitely drive momentum at the very least, so just keep your eye on this point right here. If we do start to come back down, that's a level you'll want to watch. And also really even the small gap right here, just this price range, if we come back to the upside, I wouldn't be surprised just to see some kind of quick moves in that range. So just note those levels, and just those are things I do that really kind of help me out or give me more confidence to hold a play longer. Just when those kind of moves coincide with the position you're holding, and you kind of look at it and you're like, okay, it really feels like because this gap was here, that gives me more confidence to hold this position, because I think the price action is really going to kind of support the thesis I have, and that it's going to support that trend, whether it's up or down or whatever the case may be. But anyways, that is about all I have for the rambling. Let's take a look at the account, wrap this up. Monday down 8%, so a little frustrating having 2 red days in a low, but I did not let it discourage me. Keeping losses small right there. Came back strong. Tuesday plus 33%. That was a nice big day. Wednesday 7, Thursday 3, and then Friday, like I said, was trying not to trade my best because I was getting ready to go camping and didn't even have time to make that video. So I walked away with 2%, and I'll take it. Grateful for green. Compounding gains is so important, and you can see a lot of these were small gains. There's a few good gains in there, but really just the power of compounding gains is so important and so powerful. Starting with $8, I can only make one trade, and now I can make several trades of that same amount. And usually I even have more than $8 left over buying power, so it gets a little bit less risky. When you start with 8, it's basically like you're going full portfolio the whole time. But as you go on, you can kind of ease into it a little bit and not be so aggressive. Or you can really go crazy. See how fast. I would love to see someone start this challenge and totally blow me out of the water and go from 8 to 100 quick. I wouldn't be as impressed if it was just one trade, just one big trade. I would be more impressed if it was 5 to 10 very good consistent trades. So that's my opinion. I think a lot of people have gotten lucky with trades in their life. I know I've had some really lucky trades where I've bought something for 10 or 15 and just kind of held it all day willy-nilly and then sold it for well over 100, and it's like, phew. Sometimes the market will make you feel like things are a little bit too easy. So if you're new, just be aware. Just the market never ceases to amaze me, and it always humbles me. So that is all I have for the day. Thank you all so much for coming by. I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.